but I don't understand why I've been asked to leave. This is the issue. Like I said, there's no signage on the door to suggest that I can't record in here. I have an internal memo from the DWP that states that members of the public are allowed to record in public areas. DWP is here in Great Yarmouth, Norfolk. We've got Job Centre Plus right in front of me, police station to the left of me. We're going to do the Job Centre first, and pop in and say hello. There's nothing to say. Oh, those are some slow moving doors. Yeah, not too bad. Things. Having a little look around at the signs and that. There's a lot of job posters up there. We've got a very crowded board here. Don't even know where to start looking, really.
Notice how calm the environment is right now. Our auditor is simply observing public notice boards, something perfectly legal. But watch closely, because the moment staff spot a camera, tension starts to build. This is a classic example of how differing interpretations of public access rules can escalate, even before anyone gets aggressive.
Start top left, I guess. So they've got wellbeing reach out. Got access to work, posters. I think these are stickers, yeah. About domestic violence. Play garden. Got an NHS Your Voice Matters for people aged 14 to 25 who live in Norfolk or Waveney. Interesting. Yes, there's a lot of information on here. Problem is, when you overcrowd information, your brain just goes into sensory overload and you end up not looking at anything. It's the same with restaurant menus and things like that as well. Same principle. You got find a job and find an apprenticeship there with the QR codes, and then they've got a virtual job board as well, and they post 120 plus jobs per week. So quite a lot of jobs going in and around the area by the looks of it. I don't know what sort of area that covers. They got some jobs up here in person. More engagement courses, ESOL and community interpreting, parenting, schools and social care. Interesting. They've got a lot of information on what your situation is, how many hours you could be working, and just basically showing you numbers that you would be better off working.
Here's the turning point. Staff are confronting him about recording. Legally, unless there's a specific bylaw or policy, filming in public areas of government buildings is usually allowed. Watch how he asks for a written policy. This is a smart move to see if the rule is official or just someone's personal preference.
So a lot of people think that it's better to not be in work financially sometimes, but so yeah, they've got these posters up to show you that depending on your circumstance, 9 times out of 10, I think in all of these cases, it's better to be in work, otherwise they wouldn't put the poster up there. That's interesting. How you doing today? You alright?
Yeah, good man.
Good. There's a lot of jobs and that going around the area, isn't there? So it's just a virtual job board.
Seasonal stuff, mate.
Oh, okay. Does it get quite busy down here in the summer, does it? Very nice. Employers and providers in this week.
These are just guys that have come in to help people get into work.
Right, okay.
CVs and stuff.
I see, I get you. That's quite good though. Nice. Got vocational session. Easter craft activity day for those of you local. Look for something to do with your kids. Very nice.
Are you recording?
Pardon?
Are you recording?
Pardon?
Are you recording anything at all?
Yes.
Can I ask you not to record one in the job centre, please? It's like private property.
Why?
Because we don't have anybody recording in the job centre.
There's no signage or anything on the front
Yeah, I'm
door.
asking you not to record inside the job centre, please.
I don't understand why not.
We don't have phone inside the job centre. We'll have to ask you to do it outside.
I don't understand why
We don't
not.
have anybody recording the job centre.
But again, like, you've got no signage on the door. Like,
We-
you know, there's
I'm
nothing.
I'm asking you not to record one in the job centre, please.
You could ask me not to wear my boots while I'm in the job centre.
Yeah,
You know, but you
we
haven't
are
got any
private
signage.
property. And so we are restricting you from coming in if you want to carry on recording.
Okay. If you can show me a written policy.
Yeah, if you don't come outside, really not.
Well, no, I need to see a written policy, and then if you know, and then we'll
Can I
take it
have
from there.
a senior manager, please?
I said, like, you know, you've got no signage on the door.
Garage a minute. Can I just ask you what you're doing for me, please?
Now the argument pivots from policy to safety. Staff claim the auditor's arm movements are aggressive. Notice how he calmly clarifies his actions. This is important because when authorities can't produce a written rule, conversations often shift to subjective safety concerns, complicating things for the police later.
So we've got Great Yarmouth Community Championships outreach in multiple different languages here.
Can I ask you to stop recording, please? Again,
Pardon?
can I ask you to stop recording, make way towards the fire. If you're refusing to do it, I will have the police informed.
Well, it's not really nothing to say anything.
Well, with
to be
data
involved
protection
with.
inside the building, there's confidential information on show. I'm asking you to not to carry on recording.
Why is there confidential information on show?
We have people at desks, they're recording.
Well, they shouldn't be on show, should
Well, they're
it?
not on show, but there's people at
So it's
desks.
like your blinds are wide open. I could stand outside and see all of that information, couldn't I?
Like loads of lines at the same time.
Well, yeah, I know, but they shouldn't be open in the first place. If you're that worried about data
I'm now asking you
protection,
to leave the property for me.
I'm just like trying to
I'm
gather
now asking
information
you to leave
about.
the property. If not, I will inform the police
I mean,
and have you removed. I'm being polite.
the police have no power to remove me
They
in
do
this
from here.
situation.
They do from here.
They don't.
We are private property.
Yeah, but that's not a police matter. Police can't get involved with
It's
civil
private
trespass.
property. I'm now asking you.
Okay, I mean, you do what you've got to do. I think you'd be wasting their
And
time.
I'm now asking you to leave property.
Okay, yeah, I understand that. And as I said, you're welcome to do what you've got to do.
Yeah, you can carry on recording from that and that. I'm recording at the same time as well. Just
Thank
let
you for
you know.
letting me know. Appreciate that. And then you've also got the sign on your body worn camera and that.
Yes.
So, yeah. But yeah, no, of course, you're welcome to record.
No, of course I haven't.
You know, I haven't come up to you and like shoved the
No,
camera
but,
in your face. I'm just
no,
trying
but
to
I've asked you
record
not to
this
record one
information.
inside. We allow recording out there because you're looking at jobs. So we allow it out there.
And what was I doing when I came in here?
You're still carrying on recording.
Yeah, because like now I don't
and I-
just say
and I
you're
have asked
confronting
you-
me
and I
and
did
you've
ask
come
you-
very close to me.
I'm still
Like, you know.
in my space and your space, so I'm an arm's length from you. So I have asked you to stop recording.
Okay, I'm going to ask you not to wave your arm at me like that again, because that was, you know, if you do, I might have to push it out the way, because it was quite aggressive.
That's not. That's not actually aggressive at all. It was my hand is down
well, yeah,
low.
but,
It's
you
not-
know, I
my
see
hand
have
is
somebody
not-
stepping towards me
My hand
then.
is not raised above my shoulder. It's not raised above your head. It's not raised near your throat. It's down low.
So you can't hit me in the stomach and the abdomen, go
It's
for a
a
kidney
non-contact.
shot, nothing like that, no?
My hand is open at the same time.
So you can't.
I know exactly the same as what you're saying as well. So we're both saying exactly the same thing. It's a non-aggressive move by asking you, please. It's also get SIA regulations for having an open palm and to show it like that as well.
Yeah. No, it's just the way you waved your arm across me. Like,
Well, that's just like all it is like that.
But,
Yeah, I am asking you now. make them outside for them.
Yeah, I understand you've repeated that a lot of times, but
Yep.
I'm here in a
It's confusing, yeah. Yep.
I mean, I'm in a public area. I'm not going into the office
You're also
areas.
in a private building. It's owned by somebody else, makes it private.
Right.
So people, like anywhere, say
Who's
any
it
shop,
owned by?
you can give the landlord's details if you want to afterwards.
Right, okay.
It's owned by a landlord.
Yeah.
This is where it gets legally interesting. The auditor highlights the difference between public and private space. Even in taxpayer-funded buildings, open lobbies are public areas. Staff maintain its private property. This is exactly the kind of dispute that ends up requiring police intervention to mediate.
And who pays the landlord's rent?
DWP, Department of Work and Pensions.
And who pays into DWP?
Yes, we all know it's taxpayers, yes.
Exactly. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not going into your private areas. I'm still in a public
but
area.
yeah, and I'm asking you.
Again, you're asking me, but you could ask me not to wear my boots in here. But
Yeah,
then
that's health and hygiene.
But you don't have any written policy about this, do you? If you did, I've asked you to get me the written policy.
Yep.
And that's fine. But you've refused to do that.
I haven't refused. I've asked my colleague to try and see if I find
Right, okay. But, why would I leave the premises based on something when I haven't seen anything in writing to suggest that, Because I have an internal memo from the DWP that says that actually that people can record in a public place, and this is a public place. Because it's not appointment only in here. There's no signage to suggest that it's appointment only, otherwise you wouldn't have information to come and be looked at by general members of the public.
Correct, yeah.
So again, okay, yeah. So I'm not going into any of the private areas up to the desks or anything like that. If you're worried about data protection, then ultimately, if I can record it, it means I can see it or hear it, and that's the data breach, isn't it? Me seeing or hearing it. It's not the recording. The recording is evidence of that. We've got more posters over this side. So I don't know if that's Russian or Ukrainian. Is that Russian or Ukrainian? What, do you know? No. There's stuff on COVID-19 in the NHS in Slavic language. These ones they've got in English on the left-hand side, and there we go. This one's in Ukrainian. So I would just imagine this one is as well.
Hey mate, did you want to speak to a manager?
Pardon?
Do you want to speak to a manager?
Yeah, if he wants to talk. That's fine. Yeah, how you doing?
I've a conversation with you, but can we stop recording?
Because of the way that I was approached and the way that the security's got very close to me, I don't feel safe to stop recording, to be honest with you.
If that's the case, so if you don't feel safe to, you've been asked to leave, so if you don't feel safe, surely leaving would feel safer.
But I don't understand why I've been asked to leave. This is the issue. Like I said, there's no signage on the door to suggest that I can't record in here. I have an internal memo from the DWP that states that members of the public are allowed to record in public areas. It's a public area. Members of the public are allowed to come in, look at the boards, Like I said, I'm not going up to your desks. Anything that I can see from here that you're worried about being a data breach, I shouldn't be able to see or hear it. That's the data breach, isn't it? Me seeing and hearing it. The recording would be evidence of that. So there should be no issue, because I shouldn't be able to see or hear anything in the first place. And if I have, you're already breaching GDPR and DPA, aren't you?
But equally, if I don't consent to you recording me, I don't consent to you recording me.
I mean, they haven't asked me for consent to record me. They haven't asked for my consent. We've got CCTV all over the place. In a public place, there's no expectation of privacy, I'm afraid. I'm walking around with my face open, and I've got a helmet on, but obviously it's an open face helmet. Haven't got my balaclava up, my snood up over my face.
He doesn't give consent.
Yeah, that's what we've done in that court place.
I mean, if that's what you feel like you've got to do, then that's what you've got to do.
Yeah, follow the guidelines
Yeah.
procedure.
Well, I mean, obviously, like I said, I have it's from I think probably about this time last year, but I have a memo from the DWP that states in the first paragraph that there's members of the public are allowed to record in public. These are public places.
So as you first word you said they're allowed to record in public.
Yes.
This is public space. This is private property.
Yeah, the difference between private property and public property and private property and public space is still a public space. Whether or not it's private property, it's a public space because you allow members of the public in to look around at the job stuff.
So refuse members of the public in this one.
But not while exercising a human right, or based on the fact that I'm exercising a human right. That's discrimination. That's actually a violation of Article 14 of the Human Rights Act. You know, you're not allowed to discriminate against somebody for exercising their human rights when there's no lawful basis to not do it. Pardon?
There was our human rights for you coming in and film at the same time.
Again, as I was saying to the manager here, there's no expectation of privacy in public, hence why you're allowed to record because you've got CCTV everywhere.
And I explained how it was.
Yeah, you did, absolutely. You did.
You have signage up saying CCTV.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no, I understand that. And again, but you're allowed to do that under the same law that I'm allowed to in a public place. You've already got cameras on the external of the building pointing into areas outside.
A subtle power shift here. He inspects the security guard's SIA badge. In the UK, guards are required to display it clearly. Pointing this out shows how staff may be neglecting regulations themselves while trying to enforce rules on him. Little details like this can change the entire dynamic when the police arrive.
No external cameras on the building at all.
All our any camera we have puts a little bit up on our part.
But then, like, it will capture part of the pavement in that, which is part of the public
Pull
area.
down that way.
Well, just at a brick wall. That's all it captures.
Yeah, sorry.
Just captures a brick wall. No pavement, no door.
Point down side of the building, which is on our property.
But the pavement on that is all yours as well.
No.
It doesn't capture any of the pavement at
Side of the
all.
building, straight.
So it just captures bricks. It's a bit boring, isn't it?
No,
What's the point in
the
it?
floor as well.
And there you go, it captures the floor.
Of our building. It's our property outside there.
But out on the external is your property?
Yes.
Okay, fair enough.
We maintain it, the council doesn't.
Okay, interesting. Didn't know that. But yeah, I mean, the same. But even in here, this is still a public place. Like, you have notices, as you should, being an organisation and a governmental body. But it's still a public place, and that's what gives you the right to be allowed to record us without consent, because you've got a notice, but that's not asking my consent, is it? That's just telling you. Same way that I'm telling you I'm recording, that's fine.
But you, at the time you didn't tell us you recorded. I asked if you recorded, and then you told me.
No, it's very clear. You watched me walk around there dictating to the camera. You can see my screen, because like, as I was pointing at the job boards, you can see that.
I asked, but through the part door, are you recording?
Yeah, that's it.
Then you explained to me yes. And I asked you not to.
Okay, can I ask you not to record me?
You can do.
There you go, but you're not going to exactly.
We'll stop now because it's going to be our evidence. The evidence doesn't need to go anywhere.
Go anywhere like where?
Well, we send off incident reports.
Right, okay.
If you want us to report to explain what's happened. So
Okay.
if we call the police, we have incident reports.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, seems like a bit of overkill, really. Like I said, you know, wasn't doing anybody any harm.
No.
I'm not being aggressive or like, you know, or
No.
to anybody.
All round really?
No, right.
So if we do have a policy, we do have any recording.
But then, like,
Unauthorised recording.
why do you not have any signage on the doors?
You have a sign.
You know. So what if I come in here and I have issues with my memory, and I'm using this as a disability aid? What then?
That would be a management decision.
Well, it wouldn't be a decision by law. You'd have to allow it under what's it? Disability Act, fair treatment, and what's it called? Fair adjustment, reasonable adjustment. You know, you'd have to allow it. It's a disability. You wouldn't deny somebody coming in a wheelchair. You know? But exactly. But the thing is, nobody before any of this has got to this situation where I've had a manager, security guards approaching me and asking me to leave. Not one person has said, "Hi sir, is there a reason you're recording?" You know, nobody's asked why. Nobody's asked what I'm doing. So you haven't taken me the opportunity.
While you're outside, you recorded job search, and you explained that you were looking at QR codes, and that's a lot of people have done. They send it's a QR code, and they take a recording of it, or they'll take a snapshot of it, which is totally fine because it's outside.
You might take this seat.
Outside.
It's outside in the reception area, in the foyer. So many people go in there.
Is this not a reception area with the seating for people to wait?
No, but it's a little bit of public, and have you asked their consent if you can record?
Again, we're in a public space. We don't need their consent.
Have you asked their
We
consent?
don't need their consent because we're in a public space. This is where we're, I think, coming to an impasse here. Is that
We're gonna
you don't understand that this is.
We asked you to carry on going around.
Yeah.
Just wait for the police to come.
Have they been called?
They've been called, yes.
Okay. In that case, I'll have a seat and I'll wait patiently. Take a load off. If you're going to waste their time calling them, also I don't want them then looking for me afterwards when I'm not doing anything wrong, so I'll wait for them to come. Not a problem.
Right, I've got appointments on Saturday the 8th. How will you be back in
So this G4S guard is breaking a law. Just watch the 360 spin, there's definitely no license on display. No. Interesting. You're not licensed, SIA licensed. Why is it not on display? Why is it not on display?
I don't want you filming me.
Pardon?
I don't want you filming
Okay, so you've tucked into your bag, but you don't have it on display. Okay, that's fair enough, I understand that. Okay, fair enough. I mean, I'd like to think whoever rang the police didn't ring 999 because I don't think it would constitute an emergency. So a 101 call, by the time you get through to 101, go through the process with them and then wait for somebody to come out. I said it was pointless calling them really, but I understand you have a policy, but you also have brains.
We have to follow guidelines.
But you also have brains, and like think about it. What are the police realistically going to do? Pardon? They'll ask me to leave. Yeah, you've asked me to leave. It doesn't, but it doesn't make a difference whether they ask me or you ask me. That's what I don't understand. Is that they don't. I understand that, but again, it's just a waste of their time or something. Like if I were being aggressive towards you or raising my foot, I could understand why you would want the police involved.
But you're doing yours, what you have to do.
Yeah.
Then what we have to do.
Fair enough. Yeah. Just following orders, I guess.
It's all friendly.
It's something that's been used quite a lot throughout history, just following orders.
Hi mate, how you doing?
What about yourself?
Good, good. What's your name, friend?
Pardon?
What's your name?
I don't give out my name, friend.
Okay, why are you refusing to leave?
Pardon?
Why are you refusing to leave? What's happened?
I'm not going to answer any questions. Obviously, they're the ones that have called you, so you can discuss the matter with them.
Let me just find out what's going on.
Yeah, go for it.
No, what can I say?
What's your collar number there? Sorry, 419. Yes.
Just hang it. Yeah.
Do I have to?
Thank you.
Essentially, my friend, you've just got to go. They want you out of here. It's technically, although the job centre's a public place.
Yep.
Yeah. Only by express or implied permission. So now you have to leave. It's private property. When they want you to leave, so you've got to go.
And if I don't,
I'll just take you out.
you'll take me out.
Yeah.
Why? What power do you have on that?
Okay. Breach of the peace. We can take you out. We can use reasonable force to prevent any issues. So under common law,
Right.
we can use force.
So breach of
So
the peace.
I'm not here to argue with you.
Okay.
Get your stuff to me.
Okay, can I ask you a
No,
question?
you can't. No, you
Breach,
can
before you
leave.
use breach of the peace, I don't want to have to sue you, okay?
Okay.
I want to have a civil discussion, so
Okay,
I don't
let's
want to have to
civil
sue you.
discussion outside.
I don't want
I
to
can use common law to use
You don't
reasonable-
have the power under breach of the peace right now. I'm not being aggressive. Nobody is under
refusing
harm.
to leave.
Nobody's property
You're
is under
refusing
harm.
to leave.
You don't understand breach of
They
peace.
want-
Then use
they
your
want-
breach of peace, and I'll sue you. Do it.
There's
Your
breach of peace,
collar
or I can
number?
use- listen.
580.
And you're both PCs.
Yep. In
Right.
the
Use the powers do you think you've got
We
then?
can use common law.
Do it then.
We can use Section 3 of the Criminal Law Act to
What?
remove you.
Section 3 of the Criminal Law Act. What's
Common
that?
law is what I'm going to use force.
Section 3 of the Criminal
Yeah,
Act.
so I'm not here to get into a discussion. Are you going to leave reasonably? Is there anything I can do that will reasonably get you to leave this property?
Have a civil discussion without threatening violence on me and assaulting me. You're going to assault me.
Are you gonna-
If you're going to assault me,
Are you going to leave?
are you going to assault me if I
I'll have
don't?
a chat with you outside.
I'd
You're unwilling.
rather.
Well, we can talk here. I'm not being like, as they've told you, I've not been aggressive
The
towards
issue
anybody.
you've got is you're now on private property
Right.
because your right to be here has been removed.
And that's a civil trespass, isn't it?
Right?
Civil
Listen.
matter,
Listen.
not police matter. Civil.
It's now our matter.
You're
isn't it?
breaching-
We've been called here. haven't we?
What?
You're breaching data protection as well because there's no filming once you get past them doors.
No signage. Nobody
right.
showed me a written policy.
They've told
The onus is on them on data protection, not on me, isn't it?
They've told you.
My friend.
Well, I'm not here.
I'm not
to
your
be
friend.
an
Don't call me your friend. You just threatened to assault me.
I'm not trying to assault
You have.
I said I'm going to remove you.
Yeah, and that's assault because you don't have the power
Under
to
common
do
law,
that.
I do have the
No,
power
you
to remove
don't.
you. Yeah, preemptive force.
Why don't you give your sergeant a
I
call?
don't need you. Right, out. Let's go.
Oh, there we go.
So I've used common law to remove you. That's what we've
You
done.
don't have that right under
course I
common
do.
law. It's not a police matter. You don't work for organisations. You work for His
called us, my
Majesty.
friend.
You don't work for them.
They've called us to prevent any issues. Okay?
There were no issues happening. They told you I was not being violent. I was sat there
wanted you to leave.
peacefully.
They wanted you to leave.
Right.
They've got every right to ask you to leave. It's now a private property. It's only
And that's
a public,
their
it's
problem.
only
They have the right to remove me physically. No, because you're chatting shit.
Are you, mate? Swear again, and you're getting it.
I'm not allowed to swear in abusive or threatening manner. I am allowed to use swear words as part of my dialect
No,
if it's
you're
an
not.
expressive
You're
manner.
not.
Talk to Lord Justice Bean about it. He's already ruled about it in the High Court.
Section 5, public
I know
order.
Section 5, I know Section 4 and 4A.
Okay, that's great.
I can swear as part of my general vernacular because it's expressive language
If you
and it's
need-
protected under freedom of expression.
need to speak-
I'm not allowed to swear at people. I'm not allowed to use language that may cause alarm, harassment or distress, which would be using it in a threatening or abusive
could be,
manner,
because there's members
even if that's
of the
towards you,
public
but if somebody will pass. I get
Have
that.
you got anything better to do than try and get into an argument?
I wasn't trying to get into an
So,
argument.
You won't let me explain my point.
No, because you're chatting shit.
Right, under arrest, public order offence.
Under arrest, yeah?
Yeah, you're under arrest for a public order offence. Okay, so you don't have to say anything that may harm your defence. We've not mentioned one question.
What public was around at that point?
Anything you do say may be given in evidence. Okay, I've warned you.
Okay, so 5 hours later, and PTCP is back here at the job centre. just got dropped back off by the police. So I spent 5 hours sat in a cell at the Great Yarmouth Police Investigation Centre, and they didn't even interview me in the end. They released me with a charge for a Section 5 public order offence. So this is the police station here. They released me with a charge, but without interview. So they said that basically they're just going on police evidence, so they didn't need to interview me. So the paperwork on Section 5 says using threatening or abusive language or behaviour. So apparently saying somebody is talking shit is threatening and or abusive in this day and age. So let's see how that one sticks. Be contacting my solicitors tomorrow to take it up with them. So watch this space. I'll keep you posted as much as I can. But yeah, I'm gonna head home because it's gonna be probably 11:30 by the time I get home now at this rate. But yeah, as always, guys, stay safe.
Watch the dynamic change instantly as the police enter. Instead of mediating, they go straight to ejection, citing a breach of the peace. This is a classic case of civil trespass versus police enforcement, where knowing your rights can make the difference between a calm resolution and an arrest.